Good evening.
Good evening, sir.
How you doing, Atreyu?
I'm doing pretty darn good, Sneeze. How you doing?
Pretty good. Pretty good. I mean, the space shows no signs of slowing down, so I don't think I'm any further ahead in grasping everything going on in the space right now. But alas, here we are.
Recording day or week two. Hyped about it. Hyped to be here. I do agree. We got a lot going on, a lot to discuss.
It's not slowing down either. It's not slowing down either. Like when we recorded last week's space, had no idea we'd be talking about an Aptos phone this week. If you'd have told me that last Monday, I'd have said that's funny. I don't believe you, but that's funny.
Here we are.
Here we
Here
are
we are.
with the
I'm actually
Jambo
jealous.
phone.
I didn't even order it yet. Did it sell out or what's the deal? Can I still order it?
I don't know. I think it sold out the first day they announced it, but I've seen more people uh, posting that their transactions have gone through.
Okay. So there's hope.
There's definitely still hope, bro. Dude, there's so much hope. $99? Are you kidding me? Even if it's a paperweight.
Oh, dude, for
if
sure.
if I can use it as a second wallet, I'm laughing. That's worst case. Best case, it's a nice phone for $99.
Dude, I'm down to support. That's all I can say. I mean, I am all about the crypto loaded, ready to go phones.
Hondo P. $99 is going to get a phone in people's hands. It's going to be onboarding them directly to Aptos with the Petra wallet, with the Jambo app. Like, to me, it's a win-win.
Yeah, I will say it's kind of crazy to think about that A, they got the hardware out for 99 bucks and that this is like coordinated with it's like pretty dang amazing. So I actually got to go and I haven't looked up much about like what like did you check out the specs or like anything about this phone?
No, 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 no.
Okay.
I know that you can play PUBG and whatever the other big gaming, Gensha or something like that.
No way.
Yeah, apparently.
Wow, that's freaking insane actually. I'm about it. Let's go. Let's go. I mean,
I'm excited to get it, play around with it, and go from there.
yeah,
Plus, there's
exactly.
plus there's all the obvious speculation after the Solana phone, right?
Of course. Yeah, I mean, it's
I love a bit of speculation.
give me the speculation, dude.
I talked
I
about it with the Jambo app, with different quests and different ways you'd be able to earn through that platform. I mean, there's obvious tie-ins that they could be doing with the Petra wallet with airdrops and stuff. I said it. I said the A word.
oh, airdrops. I'm
Yeah,
ready.
but that caught me completely off guard. I had no
Yeah,
idea.
that was definitely from left field. Like that kind of just came out of nowhere, no? Like
Oh, we talk about trying to keep up on what's going on. That caught me off guard. I had no idea that was coming.
I mean there was zero I mean they kept that under tight wraps if this was something that they were planning. I will say. That legitimately came out of nowhere, and they definitely could have gotten us more hyped about it. I don't know. But hey, guys, just really quick, just before we jump in, what's up, everyone? Bud, Undying, Tex, David, Ape, Briar. You guys want to like, throw a little comment, retweet? What are you guys most excited about when it comes to Aptos? If you got anything, throw some love for the space. But yeah, I think they kept that under wraps. not gonna lie, pretty crazy.
That was, yeah, well played by them. I think there was a lot of people like on the ecosystems team that were that were just as surprised as we were,
Oh,
which is
really? You think
awesome.
so?
I think so. Not like on the high level, but like on the mid to high level. Yeah, I think they rolled this out under wraps.
That
I
is
think
kind of
they
awesome.
killed it too, from what I can tell. The sentiment's been good. We'll see when they start rolling out and people start doing the unboxings and get them in their hands and start playing around with them.
Yeah, and I'm not gonna lie, they got a lot. They got a lot of press, like from this phone. They got on crypto news, the block, the crypt, Yahoo Finance, Bitcoin news, Bitcoin.com news, like they CCN, like they got a ton of press, like impressive amount for like there must have been this must have been a legitimately a coordinated like uh PR kind of like release embargo, like where no one can talk about it until this day because everything was released all at the same time. Usually it's really short coordination. So kudos to the team.
I think that, yeah, 100%. I think um, they had a lot incorporated in with Jambo, and I think they both did a really good job of like maximizing that exposure.
Yeah, for sure. Because I mean, honestly, they both got it was dual exposure. It's a win-win. Jambo got exposure and Aptos did too. And there's the few different angles that seem to be played through the PR side where, you had the Aptos side where it was like talking about how um, there's another Web3 phone out there basically, and how Jambo is the provider, basically the backbone. So I mean, they're gonna win out for sure, assuming there's adoption of this. And I mean, also the just idea that there's a smartphone with crypto enabled for like basically $100 is, I mean, so there's the value side of it too. Like what were the Solana phones
So
going for? I mean, those were a few $100, no? Like
I think they started at 1,000 and then went down to 599.
there you go, one
So
hundred
yeah,
bucks.
significantly lower fee to the users. But I don't know, man. I just think that's the play. Like we talk about it in this space a bunch, and I know Mud's a big proponent of that with the mobile gaming. But just getting this technology into the regions and into the hands of people that it can legitimately change their life today, tomorrow. I think it's super bullish in that regards.
Absolutely. I mean,
Like an
it's priced
iPhone,
accordingly
like
too.
you talk about $2,000-3,000 phones. That's not going to happen in a lot of these places. Like you said, $600 even. That's a lot of money, dude. That's a lot of money here where I am. Let alone like emerging nations. Like $100 definitely makes it attainable. And I mean, even if it's a halfway decent phone, that's priced phenomenally, in my opinion.
Good. I mean, looking at the specs right now, not not bad. Like definitely not bad at all. They got a pretty solid battery in there, dual SIM, 6.5-inch LCD display with dual camera design. I mean, these are all like kind of like really solid features that even with a Type C cable. So I mean, like yeah, I mean, there's a lot of cool stuff going on with this thing, and that's probably just the tip of the iceberg. I'm kind of scrolling pretty quickly. So
GM.
Yo, GM Mud, how you doing today, homie?
GM.
A bit slow start to the day. It's 8:42 in Singapore. Um, but yeah, I mean, what's we're talking about the phone, right? The what's it called again?
The Jambo phone. Did you order
I
one?
mean, I did not. It it sounds very fancy. I haven't really like followed that development as much as I should. but yeah, what's the TLDR? So distribution, I guess that's the Aptos play. Is that what they're thinking?
Yeah, I think just
Well,
getting technology into the hands of the people that it can affect change for, and in a way that is priced so that you can actually get it into people's hands. So I think a lot of times we see companies and organizations talk about that, like wanting to spread technology and wanting it to get into markets where it's not currently at, and then shit's priced at $2,000 USD. It's like, well, okay, I understand in theory what you're saying, but in practice, that's just not going to happen. It's nice to see something where it's executed in a way where, yeah, like people in North America are going to be interested in it, but in emerging markets, it's still not out of the realm of possibility. Not that $100 isn't a lot of money in some places. I'm not trying to take away from that, but it's a lot lower than in the thousands.
1,500.
Yeah, bingo.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I mean, 100. I think that's very affordable considering all the different opportunities that you get with a phone. I mean, like communication, you get access to all the knowledge and information and all that. Um, but yeah, I'm excited to see. I mean, it's supported in like what 40 markets, if I'm not wrong, 40, 50.
Yeah, 40 right
So I
now, I
guess
believe.
yeah. So I guess they're kind of like in the early stages as well. So it'd be good to. I guess it's a very good play from the team to get in early, and then of course on this side of the world, we're happy to help out in any way. Maybe an exclusive game on the Jambo phone, right? That'd be sick.
Hey, oh,
There you go. I mean, one sneak peek here, as it says in the description, every Jambo phone is equipped with the Jambo app right out of the box. This gives you instant access to exciting income opportunities through our quests. It's really interesting. Like I don't know what that means, but they're defining the Jambo app with instant access to income opportunities with questing, whatever that may mean. So not only are they looking to give you like you can purchase a phone, but there's opportunities to do some stuff that can help potentially financially benefit you if you take certain actions, whatever they may be. I'm assuming through this
Yeah,
questing system, which is so. I mean, it's pretty interesting. Whatever that means, right? Like that income opportunities is a very broad strokes word, but um, pretty
yeah. I
cool.
mean, $100 to make whatever that amount, right? You're gonna. It's basically a free phone, guys.
that's why I FOMO'd in right away as soon as I saw it. I'm like, it's $100. I saw what happened with the Solana phone. It's
Oh yeah,
100% speculation on my behalf, but to me, it seems kind of like the writing's on the wall with the possibilities that could be there. And at
yeah,
$100, like the risk is just that much lower, right? And like you look at people with the Solana phone, they put out $600, and I think just about everybody who bought the Gen 1 phone almost doubled up just in terms of what they got from airdrops of tokens and NFTs.
yeah.
So who
I
knows?
mean,
It's all
that's the
speculation, but
yeah. I mean, that was the because I have friends who kind of like they bought like 5 or 10 phones of the Solana phone just to kind of because they know it's basically free, right? I don't know now, but back then when it had the bonk ad drop and all that, and it was imagine like farming phones. um,
That is
but
wild.
yeah, that's so. I mean, hopefully, like announcement with this Jambo stuff. Like if you have the Jambo phone, you're gonna get a special edition Sneezy NFT, right, or something like that, or a Atreyu coin. So that would be
well,
like what people are. I guess the speculation is one part. but the phone has to kind of have all the basic functionality
Bingo.
equally as good as like a Pixel or Samsung or any of those phones.
I think it's not only going to be just on the chain though. Like, I think your initial reaction is very similar to a lot of other projects on chain, both DeFi and NFT. Like your first reaction was like, "Oh shit, well we can do something cool with Jambo users in the game." I think if they were like, it's almost to me foolish to think that they wouldn't be thinking this, but like the Tala teams, the Amnes teams, uh, the GUI team, the fucking Doodoo team, like I'm sure they're all looking at different ways to which they can use the Jambo phone to get
Oh yeah,
their product suites in front of other people too, right?
yeah. I mean, it's. I just think of it as like it's just distribution, right? More hands, more unique wallets. Like could even. I mean, I like highly likely like the GUI kind of like airdrops will happen in some way. I think. Because you just kind of get more unique wallets, and it could be an auto-generated wallet if you have the Jumbo phone, right? Like maybe Aptos name service kind of thing as well. So like there's many things. So I think it's quite an
Hundo
exciting
free.
announcement.
Well, because it's coming
I'll try.
preloaded with Petra, right? So
Yeah, so
Well, that's
you
it.
basically get everything. Like it's just basically a way for Aptos to reach the masses. I think we're not there yet, but this is like a really good step in the right direction.
Well, I think it's going to come with multiple wallets because they also have on their homepage that there's the Jambo wallet. So that's going to be pre-installed as well. So I am curious on
Yeah,
what this ecosystem is going to look like, and they have like it seems like their own application as well, the Jambo app. So it's not only hardware; they've built software. So it's definitely pretty interesting, the approach. It's because you would imagine this is some hardware first, and then
yeah.
the software pre-installed would be maybe some like third party like Petra, for example. But it seems like they've built a decent amount of software too. Jambo Wallet, they got
Yeah,
Jambo app. Jambo
stay
app seems to be like a bunch of different options. So like to earn and
stay
all
tuned
these
for the
different
Jambo coin,
questing.
guys.
Seriously though, right? It seems like there's a lot going on here. So it's pretty diverse and more than maybe you would potentially think. I don't know. Very cool.
I just think
Yeah,
like
I like it.
I, I was playing around with the Petra wallet today. They've made some crazy updates since the last time I like really deep dove into that wallet. But like the tournament is right on the main page of the wallet now. I think that's fucking dope. If you log into Petra, one of the first things you see is the last two tournaments. And imagine when the next one goes live, it will be there with a link to the registration. And like even
Yep.
just tying in the tournament stuff and what they could do with like so many possibilities.
Yeah, dude. They were keeping it open. They were updating this dynamically as it was open and closed with the Aptos tournament because Petra is my primary wallet, and they've been doing a lot of cool stuff. They have the ecosystem events. They had also. It seems like I can't remember the guy's name off the top of my head right now. Unfortunately, his name is Brent. Brent is I think the founder of Petra, or one of them. Or maybe he's just building it. I'm not really sure. I consider him the founder. But
But
anyway, he's
Petra is
updating it
from
like
the labs,
crazy.
right?
What was that?
Yeah, they
Petra is
work. Petra
part
works
of
with
the
labs.
foundation called labs, yeah.
Oh,
Like
okay. Okay. So yeah, he's just the one building
building
it, I guess.
engineer, maybe. Yeah.
But they've been updating it like crazy because there was a point where they also were testing out, I think, Mercado Mania. If you go actually to the Explore tab on the mobile phone, they now have a Petra handle that you can be claiming. So your unique human readable name, similar to Aptos naming service, they now have Petra handles, which is pretty cool.
Wait, what? So I can go get Sneezy.Petra?
Yeah, I was about to steal it and then just hold it ransom
Oh,
against you, but I decided not to.
you son of a bugger.
That
That's okay. It wouldn't surprise me.
would be
If not you, someone else.
I'm
Imagine,
snagging Atreyu and Aptos After Dark as our handles.
imagine like someone writes a bot to front run all the name service, all the 1K followers and above on Aptos, and you just kind of buy it ahead of time.
My
That'd
God.
be
Oh
a
boy,
good bot to build.
here we go. It's now programmed. It's happening. This is recorded. Someone in the future is going to build this.
Yeah,
Thanks, Mud.
please join the trading firm Sneezy Capital.
Okay, no, none of that. Oh man, yo, tournaments was fun. That
I had a blast.
that was a considerable amount of fun.
What's I mean I are they gonna do more of that? I think they had like 3 or 4 rounds already, right?
I think they've done what, 5 or 6 of them. I think they're doing more. I think they're just taking a
Yeah,
week off.
Yeah.
yeah. Word on the street. They left off saying there was going to be more. They just didn't define when. Or maybe they did, and I just forget. But they definitely said there's going to be more.
Right.
Yeah, I had a blast. That was a ton of fun. Even being knocked out so quickly, just the fact that we were able to hang out and like just spectate and watch and be on the spaces too. Like there's definitely a social element to this that is a ton of fun. That leveled it up big time for me personally.
Oh,
So I was glad to
very much
do
so.
that. Yeah,
Who did you guys
definitely.
talk about Petra making upgrades? I think they're the only wallet where Sammy's Move NFT is compatible to play,
Oh, really?
but you can get his music NFT to play in the Petra wallet.
Nice.
Yeah, big fan of them building like that.
Who are some of the big music NFT or musicians on Aptos? Maybe I'm not following.
Currently, I think Sammy's is the first music NFT that's dropped. Uh, Kaylani from Mercado Team
Oh
actually has
right, she
one
has that thing
dropping
tomorrow,
in what
right?
is it, tomorrow or
Yeah,
Wednesday?
tomorrow, I think.
Tomorrow, hell yeah. That's gonna also be the first free, like completely free Mercado mint.
Yep.
So yeah. Also, the Heroes are working on a very cool music NFT idea, where it's like instead of it being an edition song, like the NFT would be composed of different layers, like the same way that you have the trait layers in the art. They would have the instruments as layers for songs. So it'd be like randomly generated songs based on the traits. I think that could be the whole concept of it kind of blows my mind a little bit in terms of like the amount of work to making that work. But
That sounds awesome and insane at the same time.
that's what that was
Brain does
my
not compute.
reaction. That was basically my reaction. I'm like, that's gonna be a lot of like work, like the same way artists when they're doing collections have to worry about the layers and then the way the layers interact and the way they fit on top of each other. Like doing that with sounds just like hurts my head trying to think of.
Well, I will say one thing, guys, really quick, just to say it now because I just found out, is the Petra wallets are soulbound. So you cannot sell them.
Wait, the,
Oh, you like the Petra naming service. So
oh, got you.
if you claim a handle, you cannot transfer that handle, which I accidentally did on my one wallet. I definitely claimed the wrong handle, and that forever will be now in my whoops. Um, so yeah, soulbound. They're soulbound tokens, which is cool. Actually, I don't know why they went soulbound, but I think I like to see that. I didn't even know soulbound was in existence, to be honest. It makes sense, but didn't know that was a property that we even had on Aptos. That's really cool.
That's actually fascinating. I mean,
Oh, they just made a subdomain. Oh, interesting. Okay. So it's actually like dot Petra, like sneezy dot Petra dot apt. So it's just a subdomain of the ANS. Oh, that's crazy. Huh. That's pretty cool. Fun facts, guys. So there you go. Did you guys yeah, so just don't make sure whenever you're claiming your handle, you claim your proper one.
Yeah, I gotta look into that. Petra. I usually use Pontum, but gonna use more now because of the free mint. I thought the free mint started like way back, and I was like, well, how come it's not free? So I didn't read it properly, the fine print of the Mercado Mania. So it's supposed to start tomorrow, right? Instead of
yep.
1 or 2 weeks ago when we started minting. Who was it? Mancini, I think, was the first one.
Sydney was the first one. Yeah, he kicked it off with the monkey. Well, I picked up. Fuck, I really like the Mingo one he did.
It was monkeys, and then maybe there's a couple of Mingos as well, I think. Was it?
Yeah.
I'm not
Yeah.
sure if I minted. I need to check.
I definitely have missed a couple of the Mercado Manias. Like the one,
I have as
Secrets.
well, actually.
I got the first one, but I didn't get the second one. Dude, there's a lot. There's so much going on right now. We're in auctions. Like, there's been a couple. I think there's been 2 days now where there hasn't been an auction, and I'm like, okay, I can breathe. Stop compulsively checking Wapple.
Dude, seriously, right? Wobble, Mercado. There is a lot going on right now. Did you guys grab the hatched Aptos eggs?
I I had a bunch of eggs, so I was able to mint on whitelist, and then I picked up a couple on secondary, or not secondary,
No.
on public.
Oh, nice. Yeah, yeah. I grabbed some public as well. Those came out they came out clean. I like the art. They're cool. There's just so much coming up, honestly.
Man, what is it? The Aptos gangs or something like that. Aptos Gen G. I don't hate the art on those.
Gen G. Ooh, okay. Yeah. Oh, dang. Yeah, those are looking good. 0.65 app,
I don't
looking
hate
good.
those.
Oh,
Ooh,
February 28th too. It's pretty far away. Yeah.
talking about things we're hyped about. Rest in Pixels is tomorrow morning.
I'm gonna.
That is
I
one per wallet. There's only 108 of them.
no shot. I get this. Dude, they have Treasury Mint, OG Mint, whitelist sale, and then public sale.
Yeah,
There's
but
no way
there's
there's.
no public, and the whitelist. I think pretty much all the OG Aptos communities have fair access to whitelist. That's what I mean. It's just gonna
Oh,
be
is
like
that
when it goes whitelist mint. That's like it's not public, but like as far as Aptos goes, it's pretty much public.
gotcha? Okay, I see what you're saying. Yeah, yeah. Okay. Well, that's good. That's good to know then. I actually might check in and try and
Yeah, for
snag one of those
whitelist,
guys.
you should definitely be whitelist if you got mad.
Yeah, yeah. If that's the case, I'll be fine.
But yeah, no, I think that pixel art's dope. I like that a lot. And then what? There was something else. Oh, I don't know a
It,
whole lot about them, but Stellar Land. That
mm,
I think Mud may know a little bit more about them, or at least the team behind them.
Oh yeah.
nope.
So
They're big in APAC, right?
yeah. So basically, it's an NFT community in, I think, started in Singapore. so I'm part of the community as well.
Oh no
Um,
shit.
but yeah, they're trying to launch a few things on Aptos. But yeah, they're like, I think there's only like a like the NFT is only like 1,000 something, and so far they have like if I'm not wrong, 600 or 700 members, and it's all like like crypto founders, hedge funds, like some of the big names. So it's quite like elite in Singapore, I would say. So yeah, they're trying to like. I mean, Luke is Luke from the foundation. Luke and
Yeah, yeah,
Jerome,
yeah.
they're also members. So they're trying to like push at least get some of the members or at least do some projects. So it's called Stellars are the NFT holders, but the NFT is called Arc Community.
That's it. That's it.
And I don't know if you guys follow a lot of the like the Taiwan, Hong Kong, and the Asian like stars. So there's a couple. There's a few of like JJ Lin. I don't know whether you guys listen to his songs, but they're pretty big. So they're like Hong Kong, Taiwan, kind of like in this part of the region, like super big music and actors, and they're also part of that. So they're pretty sick in that sense.
Yo, so that's like, yeah, I got you. So that's kind of like the APAC BAYC.
Yeah. So yeah, imagine like BAY. I mean BYC has all the. I mean I don't know which celebrities, probably like Steph Curry and maybe some
Oh fuck, they've got,
rappers
yeah,
and all
like
that.
Eminem and Dre and all that.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
it's that kind of thing, but in Asia. So
Yo, that's cool. I don't know, dude. I just see when Luke comes into that mega chat and is like, "Yo, I'm bullish on this. These people are coming to Aptos." I'm like, "Okay, cool." Luke's
yeah, it
Luke's
looks
kind of
amazing.
Luke's kind of garnered that trust from me at this point.
Yeah. I mean I played with him football again last week, so maybe next time I'll send a selfie.
Yes.
You
Yes.
better.
Dude, I always forgot because I mean, I don't know when's the last time I played in the same team with him. He's always on the opposite team. It gets competitive on the field.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I feel you. Not by the time you guys are done, you're not not necessarily want to go over there and give him a hug. You have to do it at the beginning of the game.
Yeah, beginning or like after we get supper.
Oh yeah, everything's fine after a beer or two.
Yeah.
What up, knees? We see you up here. Welcome.
Yo, what's going on, guys? What's going on?
What's up, sir? How you doing tonight?
Not much, just fooling around in Photoshop making sneak peeks for collabs.
Ooh,
Oh,
ooh.
I was actually about to make a little sneak peek for the space tonight, you already know.
Heck yeah, we like that.
yeah, definitely love that. Love to hear that.
Hey, and I just got to secure a collab with a popular free mint that's coming up on Aptos, so I'm excited about that as well.
Ooh,
So,
is it?
I'm building relationships with other Aptos brands for iAliens. So, we'll get full support when we go out to mint. And we're going to go out there and give support to everybody else who's minting as well.
That is the best way to do it. If we all win, we all win.
Big facts, big facts. I should have taken profits from the Solana NFT and bought me an Aptos monkey, but I let it ride and it's down bad now.
Oh no, not just down. It's down bad.
You guys know how it is, but it's all right. I kind of like the art. It's like $70. We'll be all right.
Dude, at the end of the day, don't don't buy shit that's hype that you think is ugly, like dog shit ugly. Just don't do it. Thank me later.
Yeah, facts. Because at least at the end of the day, I just bought a $70 piece of digital artwork.
Yep, 100%. I have bought like, and that's just it. I have bought auctions and paid considerably more than that for NFTs that aren't part of a project. They don't carry utility. I just am buying them as a piece of art. Just don't get stuck with some hype bullshit that is ugly and you hate it and now you've got it because you thought you were going to make a couple bucks on it. If it's if it's dog shit, you don't like it, don't buy it. That way, at least if you end up like me, where you have wallets that have a considerable amount of projects that didn't work out, not going to call them all rugs, but just weren't successful for whatever reason, at least I still got dope art.
True. Yeah, I
But I got
mean,
so many bad ones too. Oh, like
from
that's just
like
it's just
from
a
like
kick in the nuts.
other chains, right?
Oh, 100%, dude. My ETH wallet is just like, yeah, my ETH wallet's bad. It's just rugs. Oh, let's open it up. Let's see what we got in there.
Come share some stories.
What's the
Bit
worst one?
time, sneezy, down horrendous stories. Let's go.
Yeah, I don't have any of those from Aptos, to be honest. Even even the ones I took an L on, it's like whatever. I still don't hate it. Uh, what have we got? Ooh, we got Gen 1 Canoids. We got Monster Buds. Angry Boars. Angry Boars were big. Fuzzy Felon.
That's a funny name. I like that name.
Was that the Fuzzy Felons? They were basically Elmo ripoffs.
Let's go. That's now it's even funnier.
What else we got in here? I guess that's all for really like bad rugs. My Gen 1 Canoid dogs.
I
Yeah.
just pinned to the top here the good old GUI Discord. Do
Oh
you
yeah.
you
Get
want to
in
jump into that, Sneezy?
get in the GUI Discord and leave me alone in Telegram. They opened the Discord and Telegram's been quiet since. Which is good because Discord's been bumping. No, there's going to be Discord is where you want to be because they've got the holders channels in there, and we're going to be able to do a lot of cool stuff with giveaways and different contests and stuff that just are hard to do on Telegram. Well, and I think it makes sense that token and community has a Discord, not just a Telegram, because it really has a lot more going on to it than just your traditional meme coin does.
Yeah, I tend to agree. I mean, they definitely got a lot cooking for sure. With a bunch of projects too. So it's pretty cool to see that they actually built a Discord and trying to cultivate some community. Definitely got it going, and it's not all just going to be focused on trading, which is nice.
Dude, it's integration. It's the use case. It's not, I don't know. You can do all the stuff that will pump it short term, but I don't think that's what that's there for. This is something that's going to be used and is going to be like as daily as like us being on Aptos. We use Aptos almost daily. I think GUI will get to that point as well, where just being in the ecosystem, being in all these different projects, we will be transacting with GUI on different levels. At least that's the future I see.
I don't think you're very far off. They're definitely doing it. They're definitely doing it.
Monkey's got so much shit going on. Well, GUI, monkeys, like graveyard's coming. Graveyard's coming. Echo is undergoing its second round of testing now. That's going to be going live shortly. Oh,
Love
what
to
up,
hear that.
Nees? Talking about Echo. How are you, sir?
Yeah, man. I'm excited about Echo launching here soon too. I'm not gonna lie, but
Not gonna lie.
but I pinned up that sneak peek that there. I just made that just right here, right now for you guys. I just threw together a black and yellow one, called it Lady Aptos After Dark.
Dude, what? That is sick.
I appreciate you. Yeah, that's
Why is she so cute?
it's the golden girl skin. All she needs is some long hair. But I threw the Aptos monkeys trait up there, the banana peel on the head. Threw that on there. That's a little tribute to y'all. For Aptos monkeys, that banana peel. And yeah, so we threw that on there just to go with the theme of tonight.
Oh, that's awesome.
Hell yeah. Hell yeah, these. Damn.
I can't wait to launch and to see everybody get their eye aliens, because me and the artist are gonna generate the collection here soon, and we're gonna have it done. We're gonna hand pick everything. We're gonna make sure the whole collection looks great. So I just can't wait for everybody to see theirs, what they get, and then also the utility and the presence that each eye alien holds for their mentors and for their holders. It's gonna be nice. It's gonna be nice for
You drop
everybody.
it. You dropping alpha right now on this?
A little bit, a little
No,
bit.
I think that's alpha.
It's a little bit alpha.
Yeah,
These come into the space with art and alpha. Jeez.
I got to, I got to show love. You guys are always holding it down. This is the really the only Aptos space that I've be coming into regularly. That ever since I've got into Aptos.
Yo, that's cool as hell. Yeah, man, that's because you're North American, and chances are you're like us. You hold down a day job, and it's hard to, outside of showing support and just hopping up in the spaces, it's hard to get in and speak in a lot of Aptos spaces for North Americans.
Yeah, I've noticed that it's not most like in East. You can find a lot of people on, especially just the East Coast in North America. But shit, here now the time zones are even crazier in Aptos. So I got to get used to that. Like I am not used to converting time. So when they're telling me time zones and like I don't even like just the universal time or whatever the hell it is. Like I'm like I don't know what time that is. You know what that is? Eastern U.S. time. Like.
If you're using Discord, someone shared with me, I can't remember who shared it with me, but there is like I gotta share it with you. There is a Discord timestamp thing that you can use that makes it
Yeah,
incredibly easy
Yeah,
the
I've seen
communication.
UTC.
that.
It's the UTC stamp, and it'll show in local time. Um,
Yeah, I just don't know how to do it. Somebody just got to show me how to do
it's
it.
Dude, honestly, it's such a pain in the ass. Like, I don't know.
Add me on Discord, dude. I'll send you it. It's I don't know which one you're using, Sneeze, but it's incredibly easy. Add
Oh,
me on Discord,
but
Sneeze.
no, it's the
Bet I got
formatting.
you.
It's the formatting on Discord I hate. Finding out the universal code. I just getting it to display it in Discord is a pain in the ass. I just gave up doing it.
Dude, I gotta send this to you, Sneezy. I don't know who shared it with me, but it's literally just you just copy and paste something once you complete what you want your date and time to be, and you literally just copy this code and just share the code, and it works. It's like magic.
What?
Yeah, dude, I'll share it over Discord with
Okay,
you.
yeah,
This
no,
is Aptos After
this
Dark.
was working.
We're just sharing alpha
Yeah,
here.
this was in like I had to use a bot to do it. So yeah, just share with me or what?
Here, I'm just gonna Slack you. I'm gonna Discord you right now. And these my Discord is just I'll DM you or something it just so you can
Bet
get this too.
I was wondering. I was like, are you in the Aliens Discord by any chance?
Not yet. I need to be though. Maybe that's we can just exchange and get in there. All right, cool. Let's do this. Yeah, it's pretty solid. Sneezy, we are on Discord. There you are.
I don't know. I usually now. I
I don't know,
usually just
dude.
posted in EST and UTC time.
I feel that, dude. I feel that. The conversions are crazy too, because it, yeah, it's tough out there.
I
It's
don't
tough
know,
out
man.
there.
It's just like to me, it's just I'm at the point now. I just have a browser tab open on my phone that is on time conversion. So
That is
That's
so
smart.
literally
like
me.
so like
That's
I
literally
literally
me.
yeah no 100% and like that's fine. I don't worry too much about like it takes 2 seconds to go and put in like oh they're doing it at 7 p.m. UTC. Okay, I'm pretty sure that's fucking 2 p.m. my time, but I'm gonna go put it in and check. I don't know. It is what it is.
Is what it is. What else we got to talk about? We got the GUI Discord. What else we trying to jam about right now when it comes to Aptos? There's so much cooking right now, so it's just deciding. We went through Jambo, tournament, GUI.
Ooh, it was the first thing I pinned in this space was the uh, ice blue dare to dream. I thought that was a really cool way to do a whitelist giveaway.
Yeah, they're killing it over there.
Dude, they are killing it. They're killing it, and it's going to be a free mint too, which just blows my mind.
What was the total supply on that on the ice mint?
They haven't minted yet.
I don't know. I
All
I
right.
think honestly, I think it's changed from when it first came out because they've added a whole bunch of one-of-ones. And apparently those are going to be included in the collection. So if they're I don't know if they've announced whether or not they're adjusting off of the original supply or adding to original supply. But I think it was I want to say close to 3K, like mid twos. Holy shit, what's up, cheating? Is everybody's trying to find out.
Dare to dream. Big fan. Big fan of what they're doing.
Yeah,
I'm
I don't think
excited.
it's
I'm
gonna
excited,
matter.
and
I don't think it'll matter what their mint count is.
it's a free mint.
That's yeah, and it's people are in love with the art. I'm gonna I'm just gonna keep mashing the mint button personally till it
I,
says
I
wall
wonder
limit
that
exceeded.
I wonder if they're gonna. Yeah, I wonder what their wall limit is gonna be. I mean, it's gonna be something. I just wonder what, or maybe not. Who knows? Maybe not. I mean, that would be crazy if they don't. But either way, I'm pumped. I don't think we do. We have an updated day
Yo,
as of right
Cheating's
now
such a
on when the
legend.
heck the mint is.
Uh, I I kind of asked them on a tweet today, and I think they said they're still planning for this month, which
Oh wow. Okay. Wow. Shoot. No way.
which I
That's in the
had
next
to
2 weeks.
which literally I did a double take. I'm like, wait a second, are we still like it's still February? Okay, so in theory, in the next 10 days. And sorry, I gotta say, Cheaton's a legend because he can't come up and speak. But unless they changed it, it should still be 5555,
Cheating. You're a legend.
right? Yeah, what's up, Knees?
Just a little alpha, just to work together, make sure everything goes smoothly, and to give everybody else our utmost support. We are going to mint after Ice Blue does, so if that gives you any time frame for when we are going to mint, just so you guys know.
Let's go. Let's go, dude. Man, these you come up here and get me hyped.
Yo,
I feel like
see,
anytime you're up here, I'm just hyped.
that is the
Well,
difference. That's the difference between Aptos and other chains. Is just that vibe. Like on other chains, it would be, oh, this is a hype mint. I've got to get out in front of them, and I don't want to compete with them. Whereas the vibe is, no, like we want to support them, dude. Bullish is like very, very sincere bullish on that, and not from like a project side, just from like a person side. Like, well played.
appreciate it, man. And we when we were on ETH originally as a 2D collection, just PFP, kind of like they're doing, um, we we kind of got the same thing. People gave us a lot of support. So I just wanted to make sure I always pass that forward. And, we got a lot of support on ETH. So on Aptos, I wanted to make sure I supported them. And, ended up being there going to be a free mint PFP collection. They're very hyped up. They got awesome art. I love it. I love, heard the founder or a team member talk in a space. So I'm bullish on them. I really like them a lot. They're very transparent that it's an art project that's free. So, but I just love it. I love what they're doing for their community and making all the one of ones and everything. So yeah, I'm definitely gonna give them all the support I can for sure. I've been talking to them a lot actually recently. So
No, it was. I was talking to someone very close to me on Kronos the other day, and they were asking me like, because they've heard me talk about Aptos and the way I feel about the community and the vibes, and asked me point blank, like, do you honestly feel like people get support over there, or is it just lip service? And he didn't mean like not from a project standpoint, but or like the chain, but from the projects here. And I was like, honestly, dude, hand on my heart, like I have never seen a community being built like I have on Aptos. Like if you're a new project coming here, like the Robos, the Monkeys, like all the core projects want to figure out how you fit into the ecosystem and how can we support you. And it's it is hard for some people to understand coming from other chains because it's kind of the it's kind of the space we all came here to want to be a part of, but then like ended up in Solana, ended up in ETH, ended up in Kronos, where like yeah, there is that altruistic community, but very much so overpowered by the marketness of the space, if that makes sense.
no, yeah, 100%. It's definitely a lot more friendly. I mean, I'm coming from I got some crazy stories about Ethereum projects and everything, but um, trust me, the support on Aptos has been far greater already, and I've only been here for what, a month than it was for over a year on Ethereum. So it just seems like everybody that's captivated and got success on Ethereum, they don't want to talk to anybody else, and it's just kind of like, what's up with that? You know what I mean?
No, that's
You
just
should.
it. I got my recipe. I figured it out. It's like old family recipes. Like, no, I can't tell you. This is my secret. This is how I got successful. You got to figure it out your own way, which is which is awesome, I guess. But like, I'd rather be a part of a community that's like, yo, this is the recipe, and then someone takes it and is like, yo, I added a teaspoon of honey instead of like and it made it unreal. And then now the recipe's fucking better, and we have a better product because of it.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, there's definitely value in, keeping your own recipe a little bit, you know what I mean? But at the same time, if you truly believe in building and making the space better as a whole, then you should treat everybody with respect and show them support. I mean, as long as you vetted them and they're not, a scammer, they're out here just trying to suck liquidity out the market. But You just you gotta of course do your research, but I feel like people just need to work together a lot more because people would definitely get more into crypto if there was less scammers and saw people working together versus like fighting amongst each other on Twitter as you see sometimes.
So freaking true.
I mean, have
Somebody's
you seen
posting. I
the
just
uh Pudgies and Bored Apes fighting on Twitter recently? I mean, it's crazy.
Yeah, and I don't know. The thing is,
I think they
the
should.
thing is like what we could host this space for a year, and we may grow it to a point where we get 40, 60 listeners any given night. If we were running a drama space where like come up, air your grievances, and like Sanji's up here yelling at Mud and Apes up here yelling at me, like dude, we'd have 400 people in this fucking space every week. Do you know what I mean? Like,
well, that's our Wednesday space
yo,
for just to
100%.
plug the Wednesday space. If anyone wants to come to the Wednesday space and vent about Sneezy, that's held every Wednesday from 7:30 to 9:30. Please show up and please vent about me and Sneezy, and let's yell at Mud maybe a little bit, or Knees here.
Yeah, but that's just the way the space is. Like, I feel like once you're here, people low key get bored, and it's the people who are in the space already that get off on that drama stuff. But that drama stuff is one of the worst fucking, like, as entertaining as it may be, it's like one of the worst things for this space in terms of like onboarding Web2 users into this space. It,
I wonder. This is my general thesis on the drama, and maybe I'm totally wrong here because I don't really usually pay too much attention, but I'm wondering, does drama increase when there's less going on?
Yes, when your floor price is dropping and nothing's happening, yes, people are just freaking out. I don't know. I just don't know what people think. I mean, it's just anything. Even if you have a community that's thriving, the people are just pumping out utility left and right. You're still going to go up and down in price. Some people aren't going to be happy with the utility. Some people are going to love it. Some people are going to be like, oh, I don't, align myself with the vision now of this NFT that the roadmap's been released. So then they're going to sell. So it's just like, there's so many different,
there's people
aspects to think
there's
about.
people that's their whole jam in this market is just numbers go up, they sell. Numbers go down, they buy back. And that's what they do. Doesn't matter what the utility is, doesn't matter what the community sentiment is. They're just looking at the charts. They're just treating them as numbers. So like you've got so many different things going on, but like I guess where it comes down to is like that negative sentiment and when people take that into the spaces and that's what gets exposed, it just takes away from all of like it's just highlighting everything wrong with the space to me. Like having Pudgy and Bored Apes going at each other is like to me it's kind of dumb. Like if,
It's
if they
unfortunate,
were
right?
supporting
Because
each other,
there,
like they could both be going higher instead of like trying to tear each other down so that they go up. Like why not build each other up and then both go up and then continue your competition? Yeah, what up, knees?
So there's like two sides of the coin, I like to look at, both sides of the argument. So it's like, yeah, I feel like for new people coming in, seeing all that drama, I feel like it's a bad thing. But like you were saying, for the people that are bored here in the space, it's entertaining. And so I know you guys are probably familiar with Polly and the pork coin, I'm sure you guys like he's absurd. Like I don't know how he is so controversial and yet they still just he's just pumping my bags. So it's like as much as I hate that, I'm still gaining off of it. You know what I'm saying? So it's there's a flip side to every coin. You know what I mean? So it's just
If it works for him, then it works for him, I guess.
but he is absolutely insane, like I said. I mean, I don't agree with a lot of the shit he says. But he is pumping port coin to the moon. So I'm not financial advice, anybody. Please don't buy it unless you want to. But I'm just saying.
Yeah, I haven't followed that too closely, but that was Pepe Coin. Something happened with that, and then they sprung up Pork Coin, right?
Yeah, he was trying to be like they fumbled bags with Pepe and screwed everybody over. So I'm gonna build something and reward those people. He airdropped people that coin that had Pepe, and then I only put $100 in. It went down to 50 at one point, and then he opened up an airdrop claim, and I got $400. I was like, okay, so I want.
Well, I feel like people just draw to drama. Some people just thrive in that. They love it. You know what I mean? That's my general take. It's like people are just bored in the space because like whatever reason, maybe this is like they've drawn out whatever caught their interest, and now like drama is like their nature. Or because I don't feel like it's, I don't know, maybe I'm totally wrong here, but my general sentiment here is I bet you the two projects aren't actually against each other, but it's the, you know what I mean?
It's the holders that are. It's not like the teams that are
Yeah.
like.
Yep.
Exactly, dude. Exactly. It's like I bet you they want to support each other in some sense, in some ways, but I can almost guarantee it's just like people just love drama, stirring up drama. It's things to talk about. It's just like the reality of unfortunately life in some sense. I don't know. That's just my take on it. Like, it's people are bored and drama fills gaps
Dude,
when boredom is there, or some people just thrive in that kind of stuff.
I saw it in the GUI Discord when they introduced the points. They started giving points out for the messages. And when they did that, it was just interesting to me that it didn't so much encourage the normal user to be more active and more vocal, but it brought out everybody who wanted to gamify the system, and it was all the soft fudders and hard fudders, and it was just funny to me watching that like play out. Like now that there's an advantage to them to type, they will sit there and soft fud all fucking day to get points. Yeah, what up, Abe?
Wait. Go ahead, Abe. What up, Abe, by the way? I'm curious about what you
What
just said
up?
there, Sneezy, but Abe, please jump in.
No, I was just gonna say too, like drama is always like a crazy thing, right? Because like sometimes it is entertaining and all these things, but like there's also that group that like that makes them happy, right? It makes them happy to tear somebody down. It makes them happy to make somebody look like an idiot or just be a fool themselves just to bring someone down to their level. And so like I always like it over here on Aptos for the most part because I don't really feel like there's a lot of that. It's more a lot of everybody connecting and trying to grow something and help each other push forward. Whereas sometimes the drama on other chains is just that, like somebody's bored and it makes somebody happy to try to, make somebody sad. It's weird to me that people are like that and want to do those types of actions, but I mean, that's the world we live in, especially here where we can separate kind of like physical physical, like someone standing right in front of you, right? Like it's always different if you can stand behind a computer screen and say whatever you want to say versus say to someone's face. But I just love the fact that most of the places on Aptos and communities that I belong to in general on multiple blockchains, they're just really community based. They're really just about people connecting with each other and bringing to table what skills they have to offer to the community. And I feel like once everybody offers what they have, it's really the beautiful part of it, right? Like not too many people are taking. Everybody's busy giving, and that's one of the main reasons why I love Aptos. But yeah, drama, it's wild. Some people hate it. Some people, that's what they live for. So it's just one of those things where you gotta love it and hate it, and try not to listen to it and sift through the drama, because sometimes there might be some facts behind some of it. So it's always important to try to figure out what's going on.
Yeah, man. And I mean,
Hell yeah. Hell yeah.
Aptos isn't immune to it. Like,
Nope.
case in point, the biggest Aptos space I think I've ever been in
Oh,
was an Aptos Robo's fucking Saturday space, and it got very spicy. And like, I'd be curious to know what the end numbers were for playbacks on that video, but like, we had fucking close to 100 people in the space, and I can only imagine the fucking playbacks on it. But it got spicy, and next thing you know, everybody's coming in because, oh, Sneezy and Zero are yelling at each other.
I mean, dude,
And spice
I
isn't
mean,
always bad, right?
well,
And drama can be helpful,
let's
I
all
guess. Well,
let's also just jump in, right? Like we got Aptos and Sui going at it right now. We saw a little spice
Yep.
on the Twitter timeline there. We saw some of the foundation members on both sides coming at it. I mean, like it's like also that right there is yeah, I mean it's acceptable to
Yo, I gotta
anybody and
say,
everyone. And
I
yeah.
love the way Aptos has handled most of that drama. Is
Yep, I agree.
we are still gonna handle this with a, we want to be working with you and we want to be helping all move languages. But at the same time, if
Yep.
you want to get the ruler out and measure dicks, like, I'm gonna whack you in the face with mine. And I've just loved it. Like,
Well, it's been
it's
pretty
in a
funny.
non-condescending way, but it's like, you guys are out here talking shit, and it's like, it's non-valid shit that you're spewing. It's like, we
yeah, I
still
mean
want to help
they
move and spread move, but like, at the same time, like, no, this is why Aptos is, yeah. Anyways, I'm a big fan of how they've been handling it.
I think they've been doing pretty good. They've kind of memed it up a little bit too. Like where I think I even saw some they've been taking it in like stride, I guess you could say, and in the way that you'd hope to. And I mean it's been pretty interesting. I don't know. I hope that gets settled and that there's a all tides lift all ships or whatever that saying is, all but that's kind of the ultimate example of like, come on, dude, really? Like move language,
Yo,
how are
literally,
these chains
Sui has
fighting
me
right now?
banging my head against the fucking wall. Literally, like, move is so far ahead of the game. You guys should be pushing move as like one unit, the three of you right now.
Yeah, exactly, right? It is wild. I was in a space
And
recently and I actually called up Greg to I DM'd him saying like it was actually about EVM and move. And it was really interesting. There was like I think there was a few hundred people. I don't know if it was two, three, four, something. It was a few hundred people in this space listening to this, and Movement Labs were up there. And I immediately, as soon as I got into the space, DM'd Greg, being like, "Dude, get in this like now, basically, if possible, if you have the time, of course, right? It's not like you're doing anything important, obviously. So, if you have the available time to jump into a Twitter space instead of being, basically engineering on the foundation, like original engineer, basically, like please join this space and get in the convo because Greg seemed to be open. And as soon as he read it, dude, I saw him jump up and he was on that space speaking for the EVM versus or move and ended up being a really great space with movement labs up there. I think Sui was up there for a little bit and then someone from Sui and then Greg was talking um about move and Aptos. And honestly, it was great to see because the host was asking really good questions to draw people's attention to the benefits of move language. It was honestly, I'm like, dude, that's the game right there. People bringing and highlighting the like on people that are into Web3 but aren't aware of move language yet. And like the host was asking really great questions, and people were reacting in this space too. So there was definitely some positive sentiment with Greg up there just crushing it. So kudos to him. I just want to, Greg, if you're out there listening, bro, you crushed it, and hopefully we see more of that, right? With like the foundation going to these kind of spaces and representing, because yeah, I mean, it was unfortunate to not see them from the start, right? But all that to say was just the purpose of saying that is like, if we can, like when it does work with people uniting in a sense, it does provide a united front, and it seems a lot stronger, safer, better for those that are move curious, whether that's Sui or Aptos, for example, or whatever. But like, just saying, it ended up coming off a lot better in my eyes.
Well, and I think those spaces are super important. I think we get caught up in it sometimes and take it for granted because we spend so much time here and we are using a lot of the features. Like I talked about it last week, like how spoiled and how much I take the gas fees and transaction fees for granted on Aptos. Like the move language, Aptos move, SUI C, like this is technology that legitimately does solve a lot of problems in the Web3 space. And it is a battle of just getting that in front of people because I don't think people are actively seeking out the solutions to the problems.
Or they don't know that there is solutions,
Yeah,
right?
well,
Like that's
sorry, that's what I
another
mean.
just
Like
like
they're on EVMs and they're looking at layer twos and stuff, and kind of like we've talked about how like things that wouldn't be possible on layer twos that are possible on Move. That they're probably working on solutions. Well, I saw a post by Wolfgang, and it was actually responding to Vitalik directly, but like talking about one of the big updates coming for Ethereum, and Wolfgang responded basically being like, "We get that's. I agree that that is a huge issue with the EVM model, and like that's awesome that you guys are working on it, but like Move's already integrated and working with that currently."
Yeah, and it really does just like education is going to be a big component here, right? Like on that space, the host seemed like a seasoned EVM person, like well aware of like the chains and how things work at like maybe a certain level. And when we started to when Greg got into like basically some of the security aspects and how it reduces those type of bugs, like you could really see that like the guy and the reactions from the space of people just being like, oh wait, what, like throwing hearts or hundreds or thumbs up or something like that, where it's just like, oh wow, so you can program within Move and not worry about potentially, not worry but like limit or almost entirely reduce the opportunity for security flaws basically on potentially not ideal code. And that is one of the benefits, right? So yeah, education's a big part of it. The tech is there. It's we can circle around that all day, but it is just like one of those things where it's good to see where people come in together in a space where there is people that might not be so educated and showing a bit of a front of like Move as a powerhouse, and people just being maybe behind the idea of Move instead of like the whole um, separation between chains and stuff like that. Because there was a little bit of that, but I think that's healthy competition, and that's in like the differentiators between chains in some sense, rather than people just bittering or like
Yo,
the confrontation that's kind of not healthy, I guess
I'm
you'd
not
say.
saying that there shouldn't be any conflict in spaces. Like 100%. It's to me it's about how that conversation goes.
Right.
Do you know
Yeah,
what I mean?
totally.
As long as
Exactly.
it stays a conversation, 100% that will provide fruitful results. It's when it degrades beyond that, when it's when it's attacky stuff. Like
Yeah,
we're
yeah,
no longer
exactly.
discussing merit against merit. Now you're just trying to tear down so that you seem better.
Exactly.
Because like I'm
We got
sure that
Mar
a lot of the stuff that Aptos and Sui are bickering about, I'm sure that it's rooted in technical basis and it is stuff that is worth having a conversation about. I'm sure I would benefit from listening to that conversation be had. But when it turns into that, I just I just don't want to engage in that at all.
exactly, exactly. Um, man. Yeah, I mean, not to pivot away from the United Front or the confrontations and entertainment and how people enjoy that. Maybe we move into the another topic. I don't know. What do you think, Sneezy? I'm happy to keep going back into that, but I don't know. I feel like we made our point.
I think so.
What do you think? You want to talk about what's going on? Anything else in the cred? You want to go on the cred?
I want to know more about
Sneeze?
Cred. I
Sneeze?
want Cred to come into a space so
Sneeze.
we can talk to Cred.
Don't shoot me, fellas, but I gotta go pick up my woman from work, so I will be back. And for some reason, I would have just stayed and listened the whole time, but for some reason, I think the cell tower's down, and it's gonna rug me regardless. So I figured it'd be more polite if I said goodbye versus just rugging out.
Dang cell towers, damn it, dude. Sneeze, you're the man. Thank you for coming up and hanging out with us, dude. And you're of course welcome back if you do join
I
later.
appreciate you. If you guys are still running, I might join back.
Let's
Yeah,
go.
heck
All
yeah.
right,
Enjoy your evening, if not, man.
all right.
Later.
I'll see y'all.
Appreciate you, bro.
So yeah, what's going on with cred? I wish we can get them on a space.
I
We really gotta.
I want to
That
know
would
more.
be
I
so
want to know
fun.
more. I need to understand more about Cred and Town Square and what's going on with all these points. But as it stands, I'm a huge fan. I love it. It's, you know what? As much as I would love to have the information, there is something to be said for the mystique of just partaking in the ecosystem and earning points and not knowing what it's for, but feeling like it's towards something kind of big. Because I don't feel like it's going to be small.
I mean, I definitely agree. They are they're definitely taking the ecosystem approach. They're integrating with all of the main project like DeFi, NFTs. Like it's pretty interesting too, right? Because it's like Town Square is a social network, which we have almost. I don't know if we have any exposure to that, right? Like there's been no exposure to Town Square, but to Cred is a loyalty program for the most part and product. So it's totally different, but like they're somehow connected. I have you had any exposure to Town Square? Like I don't know. I have not.
I have not. I've been on their website a bunch, trying to figure out if there's anything I need to be doing yet. And from what I understand, there's nothing I need to be doing yet.
Looking for the door in somehow.
Pretty well. The other one,
I'm like, dude, social networking seems so natural for this kind of chain where like literally even if there is a transaction for a certain type of like events, like say for example, posting, retweeting, liking, literally doing anything, if it was entirely on chain, it would not be problematic as of today, because Aptos is like basically free to use as far as the transaction cost is concerned. So like it's it's a really good use case, social network. I really hope that there's this kind of does actually occur. If it's all on chain, is up for debate, but I imagine it might be. I don't know. What do you think?
I I hope so. I think I think that, like you said, there's a very unique opportunity with a chain like Aptos to do something like that where it is all on chain.
Yeah, dude. I mean, like I don't know. The only
Yeah,
thing
I
that
have
might
no
be
idea.
somewhat annoying is you got to pay for gas when you like a tweet and you have to approve that transaction. Like that kind of signature event could be kind of annoying, but other than that, like the gas, it would be more of a user experience rather than a pain of money, which is like other chains where like if this was a thing, it actually the UX or clicking the signature event wouldn't be it would be much less of annoyance than paying like at $5 to like a post.
Yeah, I don't know. If, having to sign a wallet
We'll see.
transaction to send a post on social media, I bet you there's a lot of people that wish they had had that on Twitter, on Facebook, on Instagram.
Yeah, man. If
You
every
sure?
single
You
post that
sure?
you
You
make
sure you
on
want to
Town
send this
Square is an
message?
NFT,
You sure you want to send this message?
well,
Oh my God, bro! I didn't even think of that. That's
right, there you go, right? Like it's feasible and doable, and like that's crazy to think about, right? Like you're literally minting a NFT on every single tweet or something like that, or message sent or post. I mean,
and
it's
that's the thing is I really
crazy, but
don't
it's
know.
possible.
I don't know what Town Square's MO is with the social side of it. The one,
Do you know who's
actually,
running the project? Like, I don't even know who's behind
yeah,
Town
it's
Square. Like,
JC
there
Zhang.
is a public figure though.
Yeah.
Okay. Maybe we reach out to him and see if he's down for jamming up here. I
Oh,
I don't know.
I've been
I haven't
trying
seen him on
his.
any spaces, but
Well, when he goes on to Spaces, he's usually on the Town Square account.
okay. That's the one I gotta look out for, I guess
But
then. That would make
hold
sense.
on, what is it? JC Zhang, ZHANG. This is personal, and I know he'll tweet out
Mm.
about Pride in Town Square from that account as well.
Mm.
But the other one
Yeah,
is
it's super
the other
interesting.
one's Cade. I think.
Oh yeah,
But
Cade. I did go and get my NFT
I think
there.
that looks like it's gonna be funny enough newer, but there seems to be a little bit more uh, information on their site as to exactly how that's gonna play out. But that looks to be more like Stars Arena style, where you have the keys.
Oh, okay, gotcha.
So that's what I mean. Like
I'm a fan of SocialFi. I kind of like SocialFi. I'm not gonna lie. Even though there's pros and cons to it, I do think SocialFi it's gonna have an interesting place. I don't know if we're in the final form of SocialFi, like with Aptos Arena, the arena with Stars Arena or Friend Tech or any of the others. Insert like the array of things that came out over the past like 7 months, but
it's because
I do think it's interesting
I
combination.
think the reason we haven't seen anything take off like seriously within the space, I don't think anybody's found the right balance between intrinsic and extrinsic like rewards for the social platforms. Do you know what I mean? Like it's either been too heavily incentivized or too little incentivized where it either doesn't get used or it gets manipulated. Like there's too much
Yeah.
incentive and then people will like bots will game the system. Like I think that's is it Frentech or Stars Arena? One of them with the keys. But like people would create an account, bots would auto mint the keys, and then when someone wanted to support that person, they'd have to buy it off of the dude's bot.
Yeah. I think that happened, I think, and definitely happened in Friend Tech. I don't know if it happened in Stars Arena, but I mean, they're still building the Friend Tech Arena. Those dudes definitely had a point where they did show that they had some form of promise, but I mean, it's died off like aggressively, like since the new like pretty aggressively since the end of like Q4 of last year. Like to the point where I'm looking at a chart right now. Looks like their peak was roughly 600,000 monthly active users. And as of like as of 2 weeks ago, it was 21,000. So it's died down a lot. And I wonder, there's probably a whole bunch of reasons there, but um, I do think there's some form of ecosystem or space, and I agree. It's the balance aspect
Yeah,
of financial and social that just hasn't been found just yet.
bingo. I can't just be going there for the monetary reasons. Like, it needs to
Well,
have,
it's tough, right? Because Twitter has such a strong moat in Web3, like, or X or whatever we call it nowadays, right? Like, it's because even there was another one, I can't remember. It was like it's called Alpha now, but there was another one that wasn't like Friend Tech where the only thing there was key trading and then like a private chat. Like there was another one that had like a lot of bells and whistles and functionality very similar to Twitter, like retweeting, posting, replying, tipping, all these things
I think
in crypto
Stars
basically.
Arena
And
before it went down had all that, I think.
Stars Arena too. Stars Arena was great. I think they did
No,
it. They
they
had
had
such a
it. There,
great
there's I,
product.
I don't know. I forget what happened. Like they got hacked or
They got
something.
yeah. I think they got hacked a few times actually.
Yeah, but yeah, which sucks because I feel like they had
The
probably the
momentum.
best to that point. They had the best kind of product. It looked like the most promising. Like I don't know. I didn't really post a whole lot on there, but I would go on and like every time I would log on, my feed had new stuff.
Yeah. Yeah, it was definitely proper. Oh yeah, okay. So I'm looking at Cade's website right now. You're spot on. This is definitely looking like
Like a friend tech.
more of a
Yeah.
social, yeah, social fi type thing. They're literally using the word keys. Like, yeah, definitely interesting. I'm happy to see it, right? Like I would love to do more of that on Aptos, experiment with whoever's trying to build it. Like, let's go, right? Like
What was the one that Overmind put out? I gave that a fair shot. I was on there every day for like probably 2 months. Now I can't even remember what it's called.
we are building the SoFi, the social fi home of Aptos and beyond. That's Cade Networks little footer there. Cool. Yeah, I mean, I'm about it. Social fi. Let's see. Let's see. It's just always going to be tough to compete with something like X or Twitter. It's a very very deep moat that we're going to be that kind of thing would be competing against. So I'm about it though.
I knew you wouldn't stay away forever. Good morning, bro. How you doing?
Hey, morning, morning.
GM.
GM, what's up?
Just talking a little bit about SoFi right now on Aptos.
Oh, I had to jump in because you weren't getting that name right. It was network.
Network. Thank you.
Yeah. Oh, I don't know what happened to them. Nothing progressed from what they did.
No, like I said, I gave it a fair shake.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean that that's kind of it. Is at the end of the day, you still need you still need adoption. You still need people at the very least on there posting stuff. So how do you incentivize that base without gamifying it to the point where it's just bots?
Yep.
I mean, I think that is half the battle. It's you in especially in the social fi space, like it will be, right? Like it will be botted up basically. And I feel like that's kind of what happened with Friendtech, like you said, right? Like in a way that like helps cemented them as like a social fi, I guess you could say. It's like the one with the most TVL and all this kind of stuff. Like I don't know. It's like the noise that has to happen for you to build that foundation. Maybe whether it's maybe it's a necessary evil. I hope that's not the case, but maybe that is the case for something like this.
And that comes back to why I'm very interested and very bullish on Cred and Town Square, because by separating it and by offering the rewards with Cred for ecosystem involvement, if they were to tie that in somehow and have that be what's used on Town Square, I don't know. Because
Yeah, I mean,
then it's an indirect. You know what I mean? Like you can sure if you want to play the market and you want to buy cred and then gamify it that way, then sure. But cred is still coming from for the ecosystem partakers. We're getting it just for being in the ecosystem.
I am curious. I am
Like
curious if they're going to do
there's
anything
so
when it
many ways
comes
they
to
could come
keys.
in. I'm very curious about cred in Town Square.
Because they easily could take it a social fi route. Like just like that's the cred is just the currency used to transact or do. And maybe that's kind of the case there. And or like you're tipping in cred kind of thing,
Yeah,
or you're like stuff like that, where it's like everything that's going to be used aside from Vast will be interacted with cred, and you can buy keys with cred and all that kind of like they could easily go the social fi route where it's like really financially part of the system, but I don't know. I am very well may not. It's just a social platform, which it will always be the question of why would I choose that over why I just choose X, which has like X has like every single person I want to hear from. The where Cred would have to or Town Square would have to build that basically ecosystem of people. I don't know. It's the cold start problem. Like really, honestly, Cred is the way that they start the colds. That's how they break through, though, is they're giving people something that could be worth something, right? Cred, basically.
well, yeah, and I mean
Um,
they've done it in a way where even accidentally, like just by being on Aptos, like there's a good amount of NFT projects that like if you just hold an NFT, chances are you're earning cred. If you're using Pancake Swap, if you're using Tala Labs, if you're using Quantum Liquid Swap, you're getting cred. You may not be getting a ton, but like you're almost guaranteed by using Aptos, you're going to have accumulated cred.
so if you hold Cred, you will have something. If you interact with the platform or the protocol, I should say, or the chain, you'll get some form of some denomination of cred, some amount of cred, and then you'll be able to then interact and do benefits somehow, aside from just the financial value, but also the protocol value and what you can do with said cred. Is that your kind of thought there, Sneezy?
That's my thought.
Yeah, I mean it makes sense. It does. I'm pumped. I'm pumped to see how it plays out because they've been built in silently for sure in the background. Like as they continue to add to the ecosystems and you see them updating their UI on the cred side at least quite a bit. Like where they got some new shiny objects when I'm checking mobile occasionally. Just this compare my cred account versus the mega whale that some people that might be on this space I won't name uh maybe. So yeah.
Listen, I don't
It's
know why you're
goodness.
talking about cheating that way. He's sitting right beside you.
Yeah, man, I'm pumped. I'm pumped for cred. Man, what we've talked a lot about a lot of stuff today. Like, there's just so much cooking. I
Dude, I feel like we haven't like that's just it, and I feel like there's still so much stuff we're missing, I'm sure.
without question, without a question. I know. I mean, Have you seen any of the reports from the people on Flipside? Like, has there been any good TVL or any type of
Uh,
I don't know. Every time we have this space, I feel like I see a report and I'm just like hyped about like the Flipside crew just coming in there, just sharing about how awesome Aptos is doing, and I'm just trying not to just contain my excitement. Have you seen anything recently?
yes, dude. I saw a post the other day about Tala Labs and their TVL and their price, and I'm just like, I should probably go buy a big bag of Tala.
Oh shit. Okay, what's going on?
Let me see if I can find the post.
Find said post.
Give me a
Oh.
second.
Yep, Thala
Well,
just crossed 150 million in TVL.
Yeah,
did you say 150?
yeah,
Yep.
yeah.
Oh,
It was something about
what?
like it was something about Aptos's TVL and then the amount of TVL of that is Tala Labs and just
Yeah.
like how crazy undervalued it is.
Aptos as in a whole has 223. Out of that, 152 is Thala.
Yeah, thank you. That was
Oh my
that was
gosh,
the post I
what?
was looking for.
Wait. Did you pin it? Please pin.
No, I'm trying to
Pin.
find it
Uh,
still, but Cheaton just
hold
gave the
on,
stats.
I'm just
Come
replying
on,
to this.
cheating.
This is the link. I mean, this is where I usually check it. It's on DeFi Llama.
DeFi Llama. Okay, dang. That is insane. But
And
man, is that a hockey stick growth as far as TVL is concerned with Aptos. Holy shit.
Yeah, man.
50 million in September. We are up to almost 250.
yeah,
Oh my God.
Yeah, I'm.
That,
Do you know what I'm
what?
also curious about though? Is I think that they've been killing it onboarding. I also think that the DeFi side has been onboarding a lot of the NFT users. Like, I think of myself in that example. Like, I was never one to really dabble a whole lot in DeFi and doing that kind of stuff. But on Aptos, it's not intimidating. Like, the thought of me doing a trading on Ethereum is just out of the question. Even on Chronos, like I was just never into the DeFi side. It didn't make sense to me for what I was paying versus what I was getting. Whereas like come to Aptos and like you can be in and out of trades for like what 5/100ths of a penny.
mhm.
Like it's just very not intimidating. It I don't know. I've enjoyed it. I've been dabbling.
Yeah, I'm trying. I also feel the same way because I am not very yeah, I feel the same exact way, honestly, dude. I am not a DeFi person at all. And I'm like, huh, I'm curious. I literally at the point where I was trying to understand like the staking, the providing liquidity for your stake tokens, and then like, maybe even borrowing that, like, and just going through the cycles of what I guess DeFi is. Again, like I've messed with it. I feel like at like the beginner level at that at best. I don't, I feel like I'm like doing all this for the first time, although I've definitely dabbled with DeFi, but most of my DeFi I feel like is just basic stuff like
Yeah,
swapping,
swap,
you
stake, like
stake, maybe provide liquidity. That's like the stretch of it, right? But then there's all these other things that I think you can really get into if you're really into it. But it's always been like, yeah, like, are you really, you're gonna test basically is what you're saying. You and I are doing, Sneezy. We're testing, but because it's like $0, like so cheap, you're like okay with like the cost of testing, basically.
100%. 100%. And that's exactly that. Like on Chronos, I would stake stuff, but that was the extent of my DeFi. Like I wasn't doing LPs, I wasn't staking LP tokens and earning other tokens because most of the time it wasn't worth the gas I'd be paying to fucking claim said token. and then to add it to my wallet.
Yeah, I'm excited to see how this goes. It's unfortunate because I'm in the States, so I can't mess with Tala. Like they literally block the country.
Oh,
Rip
that is
Rip
a
US and
bummer.
Tala. Yeah, I literally can't even. I might just buy some of their tokens just to support them
Oh,
because they're
you
just
know what?
absolutely dominating.
I did know that because I was trying to onboard my buddy Vivid, and I was using Cheatin's post, and we were trying to get him to use the Tala bridge, and he
Oh
no
yeah, yeah, I
no
remember
no
that. I
bueno
remember
no
that.
bueno.
Yeah, you literally can't do it. I remember. I actually think it might have been
Oh
there for
yeah, it
that.
was in a
Actually,
Wednesday space. That's right.
I think I was there. Yeah, we literally couldn't do it because it's the U.S. just is banned. Get wrecked. Um, so yeah, I mean, but there's so many other ones. There's maybe not for bridging at least, but you know, if you want to mess with DeFi, there's Able,
Amnes.
Aries, Amnis. There's
Can you
so
access
many.
Merkle?
Nope. Merkle
Ah,
also banned.
bummer.
They're actually pretty hardcore about it too. Like I can't even load. I don't even think I can load the site. Like where Tala, I can like I can kind of load the site, and then like when I try and connect the wallet, they're like, "Go f yourself." But like
I think
Merkle's just
Merkle's
like,
I think
nope.
Merkle's multi-chain.
Yeah, they're pretty intense about it. So, but I mean, some of the other ones are not yet. I mean, this is a recorded space, so I don't know if I want to say too much on like what is and isn't possible because I don't want to get any projects under the water. You know, it stays
Oh,
on the internet
yeah.
forever. So, you know, I'd rather still keep some of these above float so that I can, as a U.S. citizen, use them for now.
Still partake and enjoy.
Yeah, exactly. Test and experiment until someone in the States figures this out. Um,
I'll tell you what,
but
just send
dang,
me the seed phrase to your wallet and then I'll go on the Tala for you. Don't
dude,
ever
I'm
do
a
that. This is
huge
a recorded
fan.
space. Don't ever give anybody your seed phrase for the love of God.
Ever, please, geez, oh my gosh, jokes. But 13% week over week growth in TVL from last week, it seems, at least from this post from Christina Tinto, which I pinned to the top here.
Yo,
This
been
she's
killing
like,
it.
and
Been killing
she's
it with the data.
an every single week I look forward to this person's like post. Basically, it's crazy. It gets me so hyped.
There's a man. There's a couple people that have been starting to hit up. I think it's because of Flipside. Just the access to the data is
Yeah,
much more
and I think
easily available. But like watching a lot of people start taking the data and make threads with it, I'm very very happy about that.
yeah, I could agree. Definitely agree. And I hope that they continue to go. I mean, it's awesome.
Okay,
Keep posting, keep sharing, keeping the data going because it is cool. Even on the down days, I think that's important, right? Like you share even on the down days, just keep the knowledge going. But there's no down days. It's up toast, right?
What are we talking about now?
right
Uh,
now just about the quality of analytical threads coming out. Like just
Ah,
different
right,
people using Flipside and taking that and turning it into fucking awesome content on X.
right. I was away for a bit. I went to get a shower, but I'm back now.
welcome,
It's like
welcome back,
yeah. Wait, is I know like the other one that's kind of big is the Dune, right? I don't know that that's do people doing any
dude.
Dune dashboards on Aptos?
That's a good question. Let me check really quick. I been only using Flipside for Aptos, but I haven't checked, dude. That's a good question. Mm,
Yeah,
no, there's
I don't
much
not
think
yet.
much
I've seen
less.
as many.
There's literally I see one, which
But so
is
they already supported it, but no one's making those dashboards yet, right?
that's the way it seems. Yeah, and I guess like mainly the people making dashboards are all in all on Flipside. So yeah, nothing on Dune yet.
Right.
Cheating, I gotta ask you, how mad were you and Shadow at Nefresh today?
Uh, I didn't know Shadow shared that pic with him. I didn't know he had already made it. He told me that he's making one for Vapal, and then I was like, okay. So this got this got leaked before I wanted it to, because
He's got
because the Xenon Mint
zero
isn't
chill.
even.
He's got zero chill. Ah,
And Shadow comes to me saying that, okay, I made a mistake. I sent it to him and he just tweeted it. So it's okay. I mean, yeah. I thought we might market it in a better way by starting to tweet about it through our community, because it's purely a community mint, only via Xenon. And Vapal is yet to set the Xenon part of it on how to mint with Xenon. And Vapal literally is the only launchpad on Aptos that is doing all this random token minting. Other than Vapal, there's no one else supporting it. Most of them do it with Aptos. Vapal already has GUI, and they are doing it with Xenon now.
oh, and CLST.
Oh yeah, already
Yep.
CLST.
So
Yep.
and seeds. Yeah, man. Wapple out here really doing it for the community, to be honest.
Yep.
And like,
We don't even talk about what's the charge gonna be, what's it gonna be to get this done. They're like, no, we just have to get it done. That's it.
oh, that's awesome. Oh man, and honestly, like, I just see what they're doing with the GUI auctions and the Aptos auctions and giving creators a platform to come and kind of give Aptos a try. And I think we've already, well, I know that uh, Gochi's going to be starting a collection, and he was an artist who started with 101s over there. I know Shadow Bright's
Yep.
been able to do one. I know Sham's done a couple successful ones. Mercutio, like, yeah, man, it's just awesome that they're out there just doing this for the community.
So
Yep.
fill us in, Sneezy. What's going on here? Because obviously, I think you would need some context to understand the current discussion.
Uh, oh, one of the tweets I pinned to the top was a leak that wasn't supposed to be leaked. The one by Napresh leaving this year.
Oh, okay, I see it. I see it. Yeah.
That wasn't necessarily supposed to be leaked yet, but then that got us talking about Wapple and how they're the only platform
Okay,
supporting mints outside of Aptos token. So you
got
can
it.
mint with GUI, seeds, CLST, and apparently, according to the tweet, we'll be able to use Xenon soon too.
Yeah.
I love it. I love it. Okay, thanks for the context. I figured that's what you were talking about, but just to make sure it was really clear.
Yeah, I
Oh,
was slightly confused. Now I'm clear too.
Also, just to throw it in here, I just pinned to the top the tweet about how BAP now you can create tokens basically in no time. I don't know if you guys saw that, but thought that was a pretty cool post now that anyone can just go and launch their own token for basically two cents on Aptos for those that want to, of course. So you can launch and scale your project on Aptos for 2 cents. You can make a coin. It's pretty
I'm
crazy.
glad that there is a place for just anybody to go and be able to do that. I'm also glad that there is platforms coming that will be a little bit more curated for
Yep.
the end users to be able to feel a little bit more secure.
Oh, I'm not saying this. I'm just saying if you want to make a token, now you can. If anyone wants to go do that, BAP Swap's got your back.
I think that's also
Choose.
what I was talking to Luke about. Like, we don't have like something like on Metaplex on Solana, but all this candy machine and all like easy to use SDK. At least not right now. So he's trying to push on it, so that you can bring like BAYC or some of these other big brands from other chains to come on board. I mean, we and then I think that's where you kind of get, or at least like the tooling has to be there, and I think the foundation's kind of been pushing a lot on that, so that makes it easier for devs or other big brands to build. Right now, it's like Mercado and Wapal. You kind of have to go to a marketplace to kind of do stuff or kind of build the smart contracts and all that by yourself. But I heard it's going to change in the next 1 or 2 months. So hopefully that's good for everyone.
Wait, now, maybe, Mud, do you mind sharing a little bit more about what you mean there? As far as, did you say wrapping? Like you want to be able to wrap tokens or wrap? Did I understand what you just mentioned there? Just to make
So,
sure.
so it's like Metaplex on Solana, where you have all these tooling and SDKs to kind of like basically like we want that for or something similar for Aptos, and I think that's where the foundation has kind of like been pushing to kind of like I think Mercato is the one that is the most at least in terms of progression, they're probably the most advanced in this area where they're gonna have all these like you can build your own marketplace and just hook up the SDKs and all that. But it's not like
Oh, okay.
yeah. I think that was I think because we were kind of thinking at least from our side if we want to kind of help build that out as well together with Mercado or other partners. But basically the end goal is something like Metaplex. Uh, and then that will help a lot of the big brands to kind of like, hey, we want to customize our own stuff. We want SDKs to kind of be able to, like certain things like, oh, you want expiry for the mints. You want to be able to do like a lot of customizable stuff with the NFT minting itself, Candy Machine, and all this kind of stuff. So yeah.
Dude, I love that. Holy crap. So are you thinking about pushing a little bit harder into that, or are you thinking like it's more so just like see how this
Yeah.
progresses and take it from there?
I think for us, it's like I think as a mobile game, I think we kind of see like, okay, here are the things that are missing, or here are the things that we can actually implement ourselves, but that will take a longer time. Right now, we are just kind of using a lot of the stuff that's existing in the ecosystem.
Yep.
But I think with I mean, teams will kind of come up with innovative stuff or stuff that they want to implement, and and then of course they'll have a conversation with the foundation on other partners and kind of say like, okay, here's the thing that we need. We could build it, or we could push the foundation to kind of like build it themselves. But the foundation is they're so supportive, but they also have a lot of things to do. So sometimes it makes more sense for projects to kind of like, okay, this is a problem that we see, and here's like a mini MVP or prototype. What do you guys think? And there's like a process in between so that we can keep helping the foundation build up tooling and SDKs and all these kind of stuff, so that Aptos is still very early, and we want it to kind of mature more and bring more creators, artists, and all these kind of people over.
Yeah, no, that makes a ton of sense too. And if you have the capacity, I mean, you're clearly a gaming company, so it's like it's a fine line to walk as far as like, you don't want to be too pivot too hard for, what your core focus is, I guess you could say. So it makes a lot of sense as far as the considerations and, decisions you have to make and the trade-offs basically as well.
Yeah,
Is
it's
it
like yeah. Go ahead.
isn't there someone in oh gosh, who is this? What's his name? I'm literally blanking on the name right now, but there is someone no that that is building open source tooling for and he's built something similar. I'm trying to think of his name right now. That's primarily on Move, and he might be part of the foundation. Oh, gosh, if I think of his name, I'm going to say it, but I believe there is someone that's out like that's been building open source tooling. I just can't remember his name right now. Damn it. Do you guys have any idea what his name is or who I'm talking about, or is this just totally random at the moment? Because it might be totally random. I'm not describing this person at all very well, other than the person he's just making open source tooling, and he's been a Move developer. I feel like for quite some time. As far as like the whole length of the ecosystem is concerned. Damn it, I have to find him. I have to think of it. No, nothing. Okay. No worries. I'm gonna find this person. I know once I am gonna find it. But anyways, yeah, it makes sense. Moksha.
Okay, Moksha is the brand that has brought Vapal.
Yeah, I was
So
gonna say
they're
that's
the same
Moksha
guys.
Protocol. That's the overarching
Moksha were earlier
brand,
on
right?
Solana. Yep. They were earlier on Solana and they moved to Aptos and then launched Vapal. And yeah, they're the guys who try to bring on those open source solutions.
Yeah,
I was rather thinking about Overmind in my mind, but no.
yeah, but like they have literally like documentation on a candy machine, token staking, token vesting. Like they do have a pretty decent repo, or not repo, but documentation on some things. But I guess they're no longer doing this. Is that what you're saying? Oh no, they're definitely still working. Updated 2 weeks ago is their most recent repo for marketplace. So I guess this could be Wapple. I guess though. Maybe that's
Yeah,
it actually.
yeah.
Damn. Okay. Well, never mind then. Rip that. That would make sense. Why? Maybe that's.
That's why it's got such a wealth of information, though.
Yeah. Okay. That makes a lot more sense now. Okay. Definitely missed that one. That makes a lot more sense. Building. Yeah. Subash. I guess. Okay. There it is in his Twitter. Uh,
Yep. Subhash and Ajay.
yep. You are spot on. Took me. Yeah. It took me forever to get there, but I'm not. Nope. So it just went in total circle. Then this was not helpful. So I apologize. We'll come back next week on Monday.
Hello, hello. Can you hear me?
Yo,
Yeah,
you're
Mud.
here. Yeah, we can hear you, bro.
Yeah, I missed. I think Atreyu was asking something, but I kind of missed that part because I just got disconnected. Sorry. I don't know whether that it was a question or just a statement, but sorry about that, man.
Oh, it's all good. I think we got there.
We
We
got
got
we
there
got
as a
there.
group.
Just it's,
Yeah. I don't know what happened. My bad.
All good, bro. Oh man, I think dude, we hit just about everything on the list tonight.
yeah, we really. Also app tools. Have you guys used any of that? Is that open source?
I've not, but I can take a look. App tools, right?
Yeah,
App tools,
aptools.xyz.
right? Yeah, I'll probably have to take a look. But yeah, I think we probably come across it for sure. It's more like blockchain data, right? I think.
No, they got a suite of tools as well. It's another one that's just like similar to what I thought Moksha was, but clearly that's not true. So this is just another one where it's like they got a whole bunch of different features and tools: coin creator, airdropper, locker, black hole, launchpad, vesting, staking, farming, whole bunch of stuff.
Got it. Got it.
They don't have the candy machine though, or did? Yeah. Anyway, yeah. Let me know. I'm curious if you're gonna join us on Wednesday. If you get a chance to look at it, I'd be super keen to know if there's anything there.
Yeah, let me take a look. App tools, APT2. Okay. Yeah. I mean, I will. I would say 99% of the time I would definitely join these spaces unless I'm sick or have another call.
Oh,
But yeah, I enjoy it. I think weekly chats, updates, I think it's good. Keep the vibes up.
keep the vibes up.
Yeah,
Yes,
appreciate the
sir.
hell out of you, homie. That's awesome. Appreciate you.
Well, going back to you, Sneezy. I know you were saying we covered everything, and I just kind of rudely interjected. So yeah,
No,
please keep going.
bro, you're good. You're good. It was an absolute pleasure talking with all you guys tonight. I'm glad Cheaton got to stop by. That was a rare treat. I usually don't get to speak to him unless it's a weekend. Mud, a pleasure as always. Sonji, thanks for hanging out for the space tonight. Ape, a pleasure as always. Thanks for coming up, sharing some positivity, prosperity in your take.
Awesome.
And yeah, Thanks for coming to the second recorded space, Aptos After Dark. We'll see you guys
Second
next Monday.
second recorded space ever, guys. Next Monday, 7:30 Eastern Standard Time, and we are trying to actually we are going to try and upload these to YouTube as well. Channels created. We are going to try and spread the vibes. So extend the vibes, spread the vibes.
Let's
Yeah,
go.
let's go. Let's freaking go.
Sounds good. Thank you guys
Thanks, guys.
for doing this again.
Yo, check out Ape's got his space tomorrow night, 7 EST, 7 till 9. Talk about it Tuesday, and we'll see you back here on Wednesday for Aptos After Dark. Thanks for listening.
Take care, guys.
Take care. See ya. Sneezy, I can't wait to yell at you on Wednesday.
Oh my God, I can't wait. So much yelling. So much drama on Wednesday. Don't miss it.
So much drama.